Noah here. I am so excited to be doing this video for you guys. I have a ton of names that I'm obsessed with, and if you know or you may not know, I recently had a baby. Well, not really recently, it was like a year and a half ago almost, but choosing a name was like the most exciting thing ever. So it's a fun process. I hope you guys are enjoying yours, and I hope this maybe gives you ideas. So as the title may tell you already, these are going to be like unique names. They're not going to be like common names that you hear all the time. Some of these hopefully maybe you've never heard at all. The name I ended up giving my son was Lyric, and that's like a song lyric. We chose that name when my fiance actually heard somebody with that name. You know how when you like try on wedding dresses and you really want to have that moment when you try on a dress and you're like, yeah, this is my dress, like this is the moment you cry? When I read that name, I had the moment. And I didn't know that that existed with names, and I still don't think it does. It just weirdly happened to me. But as soon as I heard it, I knew. And yeah, I love his name. I think it's so beautiful. I think one of the reasons it works really well for us is because me and my fiance, when we first met, we bonded over music. So lyric and music, it kind of goes hand in hand. But I do have a list here of names that I also love, and I may use one day. Honestly, I love these names. I might. There's one boy name and one girl name that I love the most that I know most people don't share what they might use, but I'm gonna share that with you guys just because I just want to share it. I just think it's such a beautiful name. I can't keep it a secret. So I'm gonna start with boy names. It's a much shorter list, but I like my boy names better than I like my girl names. So one of the things after naming my son Lyric was I really wanted to have, if he had a sibling that happened to be a boy, I kind of wanted it to be like themed. Like I feel like Lyric is like something you write. So I was thinking of the name Novel, and I just think that's a beautiful name. I've never heard it being used. It just came to me one day, and I feel like it means a lot. It's like a novel, like it's just you're my whole story, you're my life, kind of. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I hear it in my head. I think it's a beautiful name. I think it sounds so cute for a baby, especially for a baby, but I do think that it could work really well when you're an adult as well. Like I kind of could see it in a business setting, very professional, like with a suit and tie. So I love that name. Another thing that I've realized is that I love names that are like beach themed. So you'll hear a few of my girl names are beach themed and a few of my boy names are beach themed. I love the beach, and we take our son to the beach all the time as much as possible. If it's over 80 degrees in Los Angeles, I'm at the beach. Like there's no questions asked. As soon as it hits 80, I'm there. So a few of the beach names I like, one of them is Coast. And I love this name, C-O-A-S-T. I think it's so cute, it's so beachy, it's so humble to me. It's such a beautiful name, and I think if I met a boy named Coast, I'd be like, oh my god, he's so cool, you know? Like the name Coast, it's almost like the beach version of like Brad or something like that. Like it's just so cute. And then to fit along with the beach theme, I also really like the name Waverly. I don't like this one as much as Coast, but I think it's so cute. I think it would work well for a baby, but maybe not so much when he got older. Maybe he could go by Wave or something. That sounds kind of silly, so it wouldn't really work. I do really like the name Waverly. I guess it works better for a baby, and that's why I wouldn't choose that name over Coast. I think Coast is a lot more like interchangeable for a baby or an adult. There's two names that kind of like go together, or I think of them together. They're different names, but I think either the name Royal or the name Racer would be really cute. I think they both sound like high class, cool guys. I think Royal is used a little more often, so maybe it's not as unique as the name Racer, but I've never met anybody named Racer. I think that would be really cool. You could even spell it differently and like put a Y in there or something. I don't know, people always do that, but I just think it's a really cute name. I probably wouldn't use it, but I do like it. Like if I met somebody and they were like, oh, my baby's named Racer, I'd be like, wow, that's really cool, you know? Another name that I really like, and I kind of on the theme of boys or girls, but are like colors, I really like the name Blue. And I always think of like Blue's Clues, like the dog is named Blue, and I know Blue was a girl, but to me Blue was always a boy growing up. I don't know why, and I think for a lot of people, but I think that would be a really cool name, like just the name Blue. I probably wouldn't use it just because blue is like associated with like sadness or being down or depressed, but I don't know why the name just sounds cute in my head. and I think a lot of colors would be cute names. You know, red, or just a lot of those colors I think are really cool names, and even numbers. Like, recently watched a movie and the guy's name was 3, and I thought that was a really cool name as well. And I've heard the name 7 actually be used, and I like that one as well. So I would say colors or numbers I think would be cool names, especially if you have like something associated with it. Like, if that number means something to you, maybe it's your lucky number or your special number, whatever, I think that would be a really cool name idea as well. Lastly, for boy names, I don't know if this is a thing and if anybody's ever done this. I don't think so, I've never heard of it, but I think the name Angeles would be really cute. Kind of like Los Angeles, but just the Angeles. And I think, and I'm not sure, it could be associated with like biblical or religious, like angels or something, which I wouldn't like. So if it did have a religious background, I probably would never use it, but just the name Angelus by itself, I just think sounds really cute. So that would be another boy name. Actually, I'm looking at my list and that is all my boy names. So I'm gonna go on to my girl names right now. So one thing that I love for girl names is when you have boy names for girl names, and two of those that think I like the most are either Ryan or Jordan. I think, I guess Jordan now is more of a girl's name, so I don't like it as much as Ryan. But back in the day, like, I only knew little boys named Jordan. I never knew girls named Jordan until recently. But I think boy names for girls are really cool. My name's Noah, so obviously I have a boy's name, which wasn't on purpose. Like, my mom didn't do it trying to be cool or trendy or anything like that. It was just a popular name in Israel back then for girls. But I do think it's really cute, especially Ryan. I just think you could spell it different ways too, and I think it would work any sort of way you spelled it, like R-I-A-N or R-Y-A-N. You can even put an E at the end probably. And I just think that's a really cute name for a girl. Another name I really like for girls, and this one's kind of weird, but the normal version of it would be Penelope. What's the name of the movie? Vanellope? Wreck-It Ralph. That movie was so cute. I loved it. But the main girl's name was Vanellope with a V. And I just think that name would be so cute for a girl. I don't know if anybody's actually used it or done it or anything like that, but I think that that's such a cool name. The only thing is, I was really, really considering it if I did end up having a girl, and then people kind of gave me, you know how you shouldn't tell people what you want to name your baby because then they give you like bad ideas? But somebody said, oh, what if they call her Vanilla P? So I was like, scratch that. I can't give my baby like a name that she's gonna get made fun of. So I was like, I can't ever use Vanellope, which kind of sucks. I think my sister told me that one, which is good she told me because that is very, very similar and I wouldn't want her to be stuck with that her whole life. But I think the name Vanellope is so cute, and if you don't care about that kind of stuff, you should definitely use it. So another name I really like, and I think I've been hearing this a few times like amongst the unique name community, so I don't know if I'd use it. It's Bae, like you're my bae, like B-A-E, but I really like the name Bae, B-A-Y, and I think that kind of sounds, it obviously sounds exactly the same, it's pronounced the same, but I think that it's more beachy, like the Bay, Ocean's Bay, or whatever. I think that that is so cute, and I honestly would consider this one and ask my fiance if he would like it too. I just think it's so cute, like little baby Bae. I just think it's adorable. It's 3 letters, which is the same as my name, so I think that's cute as well. So that's like one of my favorites. Another boy name that I really like for girls is Scotty, like with an T-T-I-E at the end, not with a Y. I just think Scotty is really cute for a girl. I think I haven't heard that, so I think it would be really cool. It's weird because I hate the name Scott for a boy. Like, I just think it's so basic, but when you put it for a girl and you put the I-E at the end, I just think it's adorable. But at the same time, like when you're an adult female and your name is Scotty, I think probably wouldn't be as cute as when you're a baby. So I probably would never use it, but it is adorable. And other boy names that I really like for girls, just to throw it out there, are Frankie, Charlie, and Bobby. I think are really cute for girls. So then one name that I really was going to use, and my fiance loved it as well, but we didn't end up using it, was Nyla. And it would be spelled N-Y-L-A, and if you can't tell already, it's because it's like New York, LA. We loved it because he's actually from New York and I'm from LA, and we kind of came up with it like randomly, like we just thought of it. or I think he thought of it. And then we ended up finding out that a lot of people use that. So, and for that reason, like New York and LA. So we were like, we can't do it. It's too common. We've already heard it a few times. So another thing that I really like about names is when they have a Y in them, like kind of as the second letter, not at the end or anything like that, but in the middle or the beginning of the name. I think it would be super cute. So you can replace the I or whatever with a Y, I think would be really fun. And I think one good example of that would be Winter. I think that would be so cute, like W-Y, is it W-Y? Yeah, W-Y-N-T-E-R, I think would be really cute. I would never use that, but if you really like winter, like if that's your favorite time of the year, I think that's an adorable name. I think it sounds like she's super pretty, and just Winter, when I think of somebody with that name, I think of like maybe really fair skin and light eyes and black hair. I don't know, that just reminds me of Winter. And then another name I really like, which is more on like the beach theme, I really like the name Venice, and I grew up like in the Venice area of LA, so to me that means a lot. And also I kind of use that name as like a nickname for myself, like I had it in my email address or like my username for a lot of things. So for that reason I probably wouldn't use it for my baby, just because I kind of used it for myself. But I do love the name. I think it's so cute. Another thing I love about names is when they have like the end of the alphabet letters in them, like X, Y, and Z, or like W, X, Y, and Z. When it has those letters in a name, I think it's really cool. And I think the reason for that is because it's unique. Like, not that many people have those letters in their name. So I really, really like that. Lastly, I'm going to share the name for girls that I probably will use. I probably shouldn't share this name, but I just think it's so cute. It would be hard not to. So the name that I'm obsessed with and I love, and I do have one reason that I don't really like about it, so I'm gonna share that with you guys, and if you guys can like give me advice on it. But basically the name is Story, and I think it's so cute because I feel like lyric and story go really well together, because lyric is like a writing and story is like a writing, and then I also feel like story is like the story of our lives, like you kind of completed our story of our family. I think that would be so cute. I think it sounds adorable. The only issue I have with it is that it's too similar to Kylie Jenner's baby's name, Stormy. So I kind of hate that. I wish she didn't name her kid Stormy and I could just use the name Story and just, you know, that's the perfect name for me. Like, I think it fits really well with our family. So I don't know, I still love the name and I probably will use it. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I do have a girl, like that's gonna be her name. And the way I found it, which I just want to share with you guys, there's a website out there. I'll post the link down below, but there's a website where you could put a name and then it gives you other people who have like inserted into this website or like submitted to this website, other people who have siblings with that name. So you could put, for example, like my name, if I put Noah, it could be like Noah and blah, 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 they're siblings. Like it'll show you a bunch of different siblings that like have that name. So I basically punched in Lyric and like all these, there weren't that many because it's not a very common name, you know, but so it said like Lyric and James or Lyric and John, whatever, and then one of them was Lyric and Story. Like somebody else out there has that name for their kids, and I just think it's kind of like the same thing with Lyric. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I know this is my baby's name, like I just know. So yeah, it's a really cool website, and it's cool if you're like looking for ideas. You should definitely check that out. But so yeah, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and since we're quarantined right now and stuck at home, I kind of want to film more videos. So if you guys have any ideas for anything else you might want to hear, I was thinking to do maybe a video on like raising a baby and like products that worked for us and then products that didn't work for us, like things not to waste your money on for babies. Anyways, that's just an idea in my head, but if you guys have any ideas or anything you'd like to see, please let me know. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe as soon as you're done watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!